All right, I know we've been MIA for a little bit, but there's just so much stuff going on in our personal lives as well as the outside world, obviously. But I have many thoughts about certain things, and Brian and I will cover this in our upcoming episodes of our podcast. But I don't know why you guys are so excited about this Epstein list, unsealed documents. There's nothing unsealed. Those lists will never come out. There's too many people involved in that. Even our government agencies, FBI, CIA, which, what was it, like a couple months ago, they're like, those are horrible departments. They don't exist. They're worthless. Well, they are there for a reason, and it's to save and cover up for all the elites and all these horrible people in the government and in these departments. If you think for a minute that the people in the United States will get that information, no, there's way too much involved in that. So I hate that everyone's like, oh, everything's been released, unsealed documents. We know the truth. We know. I don't even know where you guys are getting these names from. There's a lot of TikToks. There's a lot of videos like, oh, Hillary Clinton, Oprah. We already knew that. But I spent like 20 minutes scrolling through documents of just white blank paper. He said, she said, quote this, quote that, of Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein. Like, I don't want a transcript of what was said in the court. I want names. I want a list. I want this. I want that. We ain't getting that. All that is fabricated. Plus, 20 minutes of my life scrolling through those pages, and for someone to be like, I have the list. It's in a link here. No. Black lines after black lines after black lines after black lines. There is no information in that stuff. Nothing that we don't already know. You want to know what you can do is watch those docuseries, but be careful because Netflix, they all try and change it to make you feel a certain way, to feel bad for these people. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel bad for these people. Maybe you can understand why they are the way they are, but inside of ourselves, we know what's right and what's wrong. And you cannot tell someone, oh, I feel bad, they had a bad childhood and that's why they did this. You know what's right and wrong. Just because you had a bad childhood does not make you into a horrible person that can torture people, kill people, and do horrendous things that Jeffrey Epstein and Maxwell did. Plus all the government officials, politicians, elites, whatever you want to call them. Your bad upbringing doesn't resort to that. Just like what they did with Jeffrey Dahmer. Netflix did that series, and then you want to feel bad for him, but he knew what was right and what was wrong. So if you guys are getting excited about this list, there's nothing to it. We will never find out. The only way we will find out is if everything was overtaken by the people, which will never happen because we can never get along. Neither side, there's so many sides. Well, there's two major ones right now. No one cares. No one cares about getting along and actually getting the information. So that's my thoughts on that. Now I have more.